Welcome to this quick demo of an AI invoicing app. In this demo, we will show you how to harness the power of AI with the orchestration of a business process tool. We already know the power of AI to analyze documents, and especially formatted documents like invoices, contracts, purchase orders, offer letters, etc. Extracting the information from them is simple. We will see how using Power Automate, we extract information from an invoice and load it into Dataverse, either Power Platform or Dynamics 365. In some cases, we need a human individual to double-check that information has been identified correctly by AI. Afterwards, we need to involve the corresponding individuals for multiple approvals and finally processing, payment, and archiving. This is more of a business process that involves the coordination between Power Automate, AI with human intervention when required, and approvals. We need an orchestration tool for this job, and this is where we will present AgileXRM as the process orchestration tool for this job. Let's start with invoice processing. When an invoice, like this one from our provider Litware, is received in a specific inbox, we use Power Automate to capture the email and analyze the attachments. Let's start this process. We quickly compose an email, attach the invoice, and send it. This email will arrive to a specific inbox where a Power Automate flow will pick and process it. Let's switch to Power Automate. After a few seconds, we receive the invoice and flow will start processing. Let's review what this flow does. This flow extracts the information from the invoice using AI. Then the invoice file is uploaded to SharePoint. A new invoice row is added in Dataverse with the corresponding invoice items identified associated to it. Now that all the information has been extracted and loaded into Dataverse, let's see how the approval of this invoice is handled. Business users have a bespoke Power App created to manage invoices. A dashboard shows the status of all the invoices received so far. This company requires human intervention to review the incoming invoices. To do this, a queue is used. Invoices received are added to the queue and team members can pick items from the queue for processing. We see a new item, Review Invoice. We open this item, and it displays a form. This is an Agile dialog that displays the extracted invoice information on the left, with the identified items and the actual invoice image on the right for us to compare and amend as needed. We could skip this step if all the information has been extracted and identified successfully. In this case, the information is correct, and we click Accept Changes. To give call center agents or managers information about the status of a specific invoice, we have the Invoices list, where we can locate the specific invoice that we are interested in. We locate the Litware invoice we have just received, and we click to see the details. In this custom form, we see the invoice details on the left and the invoice items below. On the right, there is a timeline showing the events that have taken place. We can see, starting from the bottom, the log when we received the email, the AI processing completed, and also the review invoice task we have just completed. Now there is an active task for the invoice approval. A better way to understand the series of events that take place in this process is to switch to the View Process tab. This tab shows a process diagram or process model designed with AgileXRM. This model represents the different stages of the process and the different tasks performed, decision shapes, and integrations with Power Automate, AI, and more. A manager or a user with the appropriate rights could see the steps already completed, and we see where we are now at this invoice approval step. There's a second approval task that will activate under certain circumstances. And we could also see the upcoming stages like payment and archiving. This diagram is created using Microsoft Visio and deployed into Dataverse without code. Let's complete the invoice approval task. Directly from this diagram, if I belong to the corresponding approval team, I click on the step and a window opens showing the task details, who it's assigned to, and when it's due. We can open this task directly from here, clicking the Open Task button. We can also switch back to the General tab, locate the task in the timeline, and click this button. A new Agile dialog opens with the information about the invoice divided into different tabs, and a control to decide whether to approve or reject. In case the user decides to reject, a reason must be provided for the vendor to understand why the invoice was incorrect. In this case, we choose to approve and click Submit. Back into the invoice form, we switch back to the View Process tab. In the diagram, we see that the invoice approval is now complete, and the process has advanced to the payment stage. This concludes this quick demo on how to benefit from AI capabilities in your organization while keeping it under control and coordinated with human intervention, all orchestrated using a business process for a successful outcome. If you want to learn more or view more demos, visit AgileXRM.com. Thank you.